everybody, maybe you in your heart of hearts, or maybe not, thought at some point you'll come back. Like at some, maybe 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
So
that was my thought.
The surprise was the timeline. Like, like we're doing this. We're doing this now.
I thought, maybe like in a little while,
Right.
I don't know, pop in, say hi, pop out again. So the timeline was, was the surprise to me.
Were you following the rumors? Like there was, we now know there was like, which would have been fascinating. I mean, I like to see my buddy Daisy in there, but Helen Mirren apparently as an older Ray was a
Helen
different...
Mirren?
Yeah, did you hear about this?
No.
I'm telling you for the first time.
Yeah.
So there was an iteration they were going to do Ray years later.
Okay.
And Helen Mirren was going to play...
Helen Mirren?
Yeah.
I heard the rumor about the older, but I didn't know it was Helen Mirren.
Yeah.
Go on, Helen. Queen. Yes.
I mean, you're going to share the role with somebody.
Yeah, I'm like, I'll take a dame.
So you weren't... you were plugged into a degree, but you were kind of living
No,
your life.
as in I had heard bits and bobs, but it seemed so... And also because, everyone's honest. So, like, I mean, I went to breakfast with Kathy, and honestly, I was just like, yeah, I think it's just breakfast. And then she came right out and said it. And I did think about it. I was like, I'm not sure, because it feels soon to me. And, I've been doing much different things, and I was like... how does this like fit? Like even, as you've said, doing these like 21-day shoots and it's like a long time and all that sort of stuff, like in a very sort of like logistical way. And then I went away and I went to my mum's house and she was like, and also this was one day off from Magpie. So then I went back in the next day. I was like, what's going on? And I felt honestly
like
I was...
life decision you have to
I
make
was like,
now.
I felt like I was 20 again.
Yeah.
Like all of those feelings came back of, oh my God, I went and spoke to my mum about it. And then my husband was filming based on a true story in America. So he called when he was first up and I was like, okay, there's something I have to tell you. I know you've just woken up. And he went, fuck. So there was like a day of sort of thinking.
Existential crisis.
Yeah.
But this is a good problem to have. And
I mean, it's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel really like, and it probably sounds like fake, but it's not. I feel really lucky. Like the stuff that I'm doing, I felt is interesting, and I've worked with such different filmmakers, and a job is a job is a job. So like if I love the script and I love the story, it's going to be great.
Sure.
And it will probably be different people, I imagine.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the same or different or
right. Like
so
crew
all of that.
wise, you mean? And
crew
like,
wise, cast wise, like yeah.
So you have no idea if like
no,
your friends
I actually
are coming
don't.
back. Yeah.
So it's like all a sort of adventure. So yeah, it's good. It's a good thing. And it's also like, I was always like thrilled to be part of it. Even when it's divisive and even when...
Even with the social media horrible stuff, all the stuff you had to go through.
I feel like generally people are like good. And like, I feel like people are receptive and interested. And honestly, if it wasn't a story worth telling, I wouldn't be doing it. But I was like, ooh. It's like a fun direction.
It's going to be fascinating. You're going to have
Oh my
gone
God.
from like the new person.
I know. The youngest on set.
To
like an adult.
Yeah, you have to be Mark
Also,
Hamill.
Brian
Harrison.
Burke, who like worked with JJ a lot. When I told him about it, he was like, Daisy, you look the same age. I was like, thank you so much. But yeah, time's passed. It's going to be, that is going to be strange. But again, it's like a different sort of...
Yeah.
And also I was like, what if I can't remember how to do it? Like before each job, I'm like, what if I can't remember how to do this thing?
What do I do with this lightsaber? Where does it go?
Zoom.
No, you don't have to do the sound effect. We know that.
I do. So yeah, it's all like this crazy old ride, you know?
And have you spent some time with Charmaine yet?
Yeah.
Vibing
She's great.
with her. Yeah.
Her documentaries are quite different, obviously, to what we're going to be
Sure.
doing. But I feel like documentarians have a very particular worldview, like film view. And it tends to be that documentarians go into narratives in like a great way, and obviously watch her episodes of Miss Marvel and stuff too. She's great, and I think her ideas for what this is, and then Steven's script, it's all going to be good.
Can you start to prep yet before you see a script, like physicality wise? You're always in great shape, obviously, but this is, I'm sure, going to be demanding in another way. But you know the drill by now. You know kind of what it's going to be.
I know the drill, and I think my main thing is I know how to stay healthy, which is like the last Rise of Skywalker. I literally got to then and I was like, I cannot believe I didn't get injured. But that's also having like an amazing team around you, making sure that you stay healthy. So for me, that's the main thing, is like physical health. Because what did I do on the job, the Martin Campbell job? was being slammed into something, and I was like, I've done something to my arm. Like, it hurt to lift it so much, and I had like 2 weeks of fights.
Still to come.
Power through.
Yeah.
But it's good to know how to stay healthy.